all on the same team over here down the line. We call ourselves JV down this row. We're all just good friends. We're all just having a good time. Everyone give you the shirt off their back if you needed it.
But we all work hard to win, though.
We all work hard to win.
Yeah.
And as soon as you put your helmet on, they're the enemy. But as soon as the helmet's off, you guys are all best friends again. My first time ever coming out to NJBA, I was 16, 17, and we just got my yellow Curtis running right. And I'll never forget, I was shaking like a leaf because I grew up around, like this one used to be blue. I grew up around it my whole life, and guys would come over when he was building it and tell them stories about crashing flat bottoms and dying and all this hell and chaos. And once we got my Curtis running, it was fine because I was driving. But something about putting the helmet on, putting the vest on, all that stuff, it totally changed my whole demeanor of it all, and I was terrified.
Don reached to shake his hand, and John was like...
First time out there, it was probably the most nerve-wracking part of it. Just getting out there, they always shake your hand right before you go in, and I could barely do it like he said. And just as soon as that first pass was done, it was like a 13-second pass. It wasn't even anything to write home about. But after that, we were hook, line, and sinker. All the nerves were gone. Everything was good. We were ready to go fast at that point. That was probably my most memorable NJBA moment. Grandpa had the Barbarian laid up for him back in '77. So he ordered it special from Curtis back in '77, and him and my old man went around between 79?
Yeah, 79 to 80 till about 82, 83.
79 to about 83. They raced it all over California, Texas, Arizona, Phoenix. Yep. They traveled it, and then
went to Chicago once too.
Oh, they even went to Chicago.
What's it got in for power?
Right now, it's actually before Grandpa died. His dying wish, his bucket list thing, was to build an aluminum alcohol motor. So him and David Nickens worked together, and they made a 600 cubic inch dart block with running on methanol. And Grandpa's original Crower setup he had back in '77 or '79 when he ran it. Yep. The original setup, we took it, we converted over to methanol. We had Jim over at Enderley tune it all up for us, make it nice. Yep. And then we just started running it. Took us a while to figure it out. We were so used to the carburetors. The injection thing's a whole new thing, and methanol. It was a little bit of a learning curve, but we got it figured out now, and it's a consistent 619 boat.
And what class do you run?
We're in Pro Comp this weekend. We were initially shooting for QE 6.0s, but it's a Curtis. It was never meant to go that fast. It does weird things at about 6.2. So we're reeling it back a little bit now. We're going to try and drop it into the Pro Eliminator, the 650 class.
And what is the Pro Comp class?
Pro Comp class is 6.0 to 650. It's a call-out time. So just dial in your number. Like we're in last time we raced in July, we were racing over in Oregon, and that boat was a 620 boat every time. So we called out a 620 every time, and we were unstoppable to the end there. And I made a little bit of a driving error and almost lost the boat, but we put it back in the water, lived another day. We ended up runner up.
So my boat's a Cole. It's a 78 Cole TR2, and it was our fun family lake boat to run on the river forever, and we converted it into a race boat.
There you go.
And we've just been running the 9.0 class with it, or 7.0, whatever race track we're at. And it's a pretty consistent boat. We've had some motor issues over the years, but we think we got through them all, and it's been real consistent. We've won a couple races with it. He had a race boat, and
My first Curtis.
yeah,
The yellow one.
yeah. And when he went off to college, he didn't get to race much. We wanted to race, so we put this together, and then he'd come out when he could, and until he got through college. The rest of our race crew is not here yet, but they've all been a big part of it. We've had a lot of fun over the years. My favorite thing, it's going to sound stupid, but Sean and I come alone on Thursday morning, and we get in at 12, and him and I sit here and have a couple hot dogs and drink beer and just sit here and yak for a couple hours before we set up. Yeah, because we don't get to see each other, because he lives in Phoenix, so to spend the time with him is priceless. You just forget about your problems for those few days. My wife has been so supportive of us too. She doesn't agree with it a lot, but she supports us, and whatever we need, she helps us, and she's always putting one of us in the water, and just supports us. It's great. It's really, really great. and all of our crew, you couldn't have a more special crew with all the guys and Kylie. Just everybody gets along so good. We have such a great time together, and just so many memories over the years, cooking and laughing and racing and winning.
Wait, laughing where?
And our beer showers. Whenever we want to race, everybody comes over and beer showers us in the pits. It's really, really funny. A lot of fun.
I'm sure it's a good crew of guys.
Yep.
Or men and women you have here.
Yep.
That work on these boats.
Yep.
So I'm going to ask the family feud question. Who's the better driver?
Oh, by far, Sean. Yeah,
I agree,
by
too.
far, Sean. Yep.
I have a worse boat. So
Yeah,
that-
he can control that.
He's
boat.
always been in the worst boat.
Yeah, he's this Cole's just a Cadillac. It rolls over and just goes. It's got this big, nice rocker in it, and it just works. Whereas that Curtis is an old flat bottom. It's a true flat, so
He's got to drive.
you got to earn it.
Yeah.
So I hear there's a boat in the working here for you, Matt.
Yeah. Yep. Robbie Steele loaned us one of his molds, and we've almost got the mold prepped to put the gel it and start laying it up. And the boys from Chiata are gonna kind of help me, and they're gonna bag the mold, suck all the air out, so there's no air in the it's gonna be carbon fiber, and it's gonna be a really, really nice boat.
So you're going to put the kid in the coal and he's going to kick your ass, huh?
Yeah, we're not sure yet.
That's all we want to know.
There's options out there.
That's all
We're
we're
not sure what it is yet.
We're just gonna be happy to have a boat not from the 70s.
Yeah, a brand new boat
Yeah.
that's everything's gonna be new, and
Most
it's
of them out here are from the 70s, so that's fine.
70s.
And I keep saying I'm gonna drive it, but you know how that goes. Sean will probably end up in it.
And it's really cool to see guys like you guys, a father-son duo. My dad had me out here when I was really young, and it was really it built a secondary family for me.
Yeah.
And the drag boat racing deal. So it's really nice to see it carry on through the time.
Look how many father-son teams are out here.
It's really cool to see.
The NJBA has been so great, and Joe and Mike and Renee and just everybody. It's been so great with all of us. And Kevin too. Kevin's been so supportive of us. So just all those guys have been great helping us. And helping Sean when we were first starting out, showing us the ropes and stuff. Josh, when Josh was around. Yep. And the Blaney's next door. The Blaney's, when they always come out and help us, they've been great. Breakfield's right here, been great. Scott Tillinghast and Phil just really helped us a lot. And Ben Worster, just always supportive of us. The Gross Boys have been so great for advice. I've had so many little issues and stuff. I call them. They're right there to help me. It's great. The Westerfield boys, Shane and his dad, I've been to their shop and they've walked me through. We had prop issues with Sean's boat, helping us. It's just everybody's been helping us.
It's always been him and I together. I have two sisters, and they were always bickering and fighting, and Mom was going crazy, but him and I always kind of maintained our little hideaway in their warehouse, working together. And then now we don't do that as often, because we used to be back in the warehouse every night working on boats or cars, whatever we were doing. But ever since I moved away, it's that's all kind of gone away. But coming back here once a month or once every other month, whenever we can swing it, it's kind of just like how we grew up, or how I grew up and how he kind of raised me. It's just so tight knit, and we're very calm, cool, collected, and we kind of get our heads down and just start working. And that's our fun. It's just getting our hands dirty, getting boats tore apart, put back together, setting up the pits, getting all ready for racing. He's just developed such a good work ethic that it's kind of flown down to me, and it's shown me how to work as hard as I do. And it's fun for us now at this point. We've reached a point where it's fun for us. It's no longer work. It's just, we're just wrenching, having a good time.
They say love is more precious than gold. It can't be bought and it can't be sold.